That to me seems like a no-brainer. I mean, what do you need a mobile phone for in class anyway? And ultimately, Yasmin, you know, school is all about a kid's education. They should be receiving the best education. Having access to digital, you know, technology and screen time, surely that has a detrimental impact to their education.
Look, it can. It depends on the policy that the school is implementing. And I think, you know, to have a bit of an unpopular opinion here, I don't believe bans work. There's no longitudinal evidence to show that in that long term it actually is effective. And we're looking at bans here with a really simplistic view. Mobile phones can be educational tools where, you know, assuming that kids are only using them to jump on social media to access inappropriate content, but they can actually be so much more than that. So I think we've got to stop applying this simplistic solution, these blanket bans, to a problem that needs, you know, a futuristic solution.
Look, every generation has an issue with what's coming in the future and how it's different to how they grew up. Maybe the answer is in banning individual programs, platforms like social media. Would that play a significant role, do you think? I mean, because I can't see any benefit to a kid under 15 or 16 not having access to social media.
Look, delaying is the way. So I believe this school is focusing on year 7 and 8 students, for example. And I think what we've got to think about is balance. Yes, there should be restrictions on social media. Yes, there are absolutely problems that occur. But we've got to consider the capacity building in our young people. We can't get to year 12 and hand them a mobile phone and say, good luck to you. We haven't taught them the skills. So it's a much harder...
That being said, kids know what to do when they're 3 now.
Exactly. They know how to swipe when they're 12 months old. You know, they're handed devices, you know, when they're really little. So, you know, I agree, you know, parents are at the front line here. They're our children's first and most influential role models. So it has to be a balanced approach, but we can't have this blanket approach where we just say, no, we've got to think about how do we build capacity. And the really big thing with this, particularly with teenagers, is when it comes to bans, like anything, when you're told you're not able to do something, you find a way around it. And so what we see with kids is they go underground. If something bad happens, they don't seek help because they think they'll get in trouble.
It's a really good debate. Thank you for joining it, and let us know your thoughts at home. Lots of feedback coming in. I say send them to school for 12 hours, and then when they finish year 12, send them to the army for a year. Hey?
Just get rid of them altogether.
Toughen them up.
Kids, what do you think about that? All right.